course, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a look.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Kill.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check 26.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Olivier Vernon brings him down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes on the check down. He finds Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Run. Point it right. SOS. You got tight. Greystone, travel. You got tight.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Kill. Hey, foxtrot. Watch out.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's coming. We got double up. Watch out.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down. It's Hunt, and some strong running. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield now trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Regular. Check 53's mine. Watch QB drop.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 42 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
King. 6-6. Pull it high. Undercrunch. Kill. Hey, up.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Strip that ball.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the second level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Real. Hey, alert.
Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 11. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence. Supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And their first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go one more.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Tighten up.
Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
You got 3 down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He was looking for Watkins that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 43.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, going deep here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywon Taylor, 55 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run on first down. Hunt. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check the regular.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Hunt, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 11 yards there, first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
What we got?
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mayfield on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
feel like